Danielle here. I hope everybody had a very happy new year and happy holidays, and I'm finally back posting a video. I know it's been forever and I'm so sorry. Things have just been so crazy between work and school, and now that we have a little bit of a break, I figured I'd finally get around to my New Year's resolution and post some more videos again. So I wanted to do this look today. It's based on a picture that I had seen. It's actually a double stacked braid, and I decided to curl the bottom of my hair just for the effect. You can wear it straight, curly, whatever your little heart desires. So I figured that this would be the first video that I made because it's winter and I like to take it a little bit easier on my hair, not use so much heat. So braiding is my ultimate favorite thing, and it looks so cute. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. Okay, so what I started off by doing is parting my hair to the side, and I went a little dramatic with my part because I want a nice chunk of hair to work with. So now I'm taking about a 2-inch section, which we're going to be braiding backward, and we want to make sure our partings are very clean. And being that we're going to be setting the braid towards the back, a common misconception is you'll braid down and you'll wind up with this flap of hair. So what we're going to do is we're going to comb through the hair and kind of mold it in the direction that we're going to be braiding. So you can run your fingers through it and just pull it back and set the hair in place. So now we're going to split that section in half, and we're going to start our French Dutch braid. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin by starting the Dutch braid, which is basically just a regular braid, only you're braiding the strands underneath instead of over like you would in a normal braid. And as we continue, we're just going to pick up the rest of the hair and add it into the first braid that we had started. And once we do that, we're just going to continue the braid mostly all the way down until you can't really go any further. And like I said, just remember to keep your braid pulled in the direction that it's going to be pinned, which is toward the back. Okay, so now that this braid is done, we're going to take our elastic rubber band and we are going to wrap it around only 3 times. We want to make sure that the tie is a little bit loose because we're going to be pulling the hair out of the braid for a fuller effect, and if it's too tight, that's never going to work. So now we're going to continue on and grab our second section of hair. Once again, just make sure it's a little bit thicker, and we're going to go ahead and separate that and repeat the same steps. And I just want to stress that when you're doing one of these braids, it's very important to make sure that all 3 strands are equal in diameter, because if you wind up getting a strand that's a little bit thinner than the other 2, it's going to look a little strange, and we just want to make sure that everything looks even and consistent throughout. Okay, so now that both of our braids are finished, what we're going to do is we're going to go back and pull some hair out of our braid to give it a fuller effect. Now this step is kind of tricky because it can completely pull the entire braid out. So what you're going to want to do is pinch the bottom of the braid while lifting the hair out as you go, and start on one side, and then once that side is complete, you're going to work your way toward the other side. I've noticed that if you do one side and then switch to the other, it kind of gets messy very quickly, so you're going to want to try and start on one side and then work your way over once you feel like that's completed. And it takes a couple of times. You're going to go back in and fix it as you go along, but once the braid is done, it looks awesome and it's very full and kind of fairy tale like looking. And I'm not gonna lie, I had to film this about 4 times because every single time the braid just got so messy and I didn't like the way that it was looking. So you're just going to want to go slow and steady and make sure that you do one strand at a time. So now what we're going to do is grab a section and we're going to pin the braids underneath the section. We're just going to take that, pin it off to the side for now. And you're going to want the braids to be exposed, so I decided to take a parting that was a little bit further in the back of my head so that you can actually see the entire length of the braid. So once we get our bobby pins, we're going to pin them in place and just make sure they're stacked on top of each other and that you can see both braids equally, hence the name double stacked. We want to make sure it looks like both braids are both showing. And we're going to pin and I just lightly teased each section so that the bobby pins were hidden. And comb over that nice and gently. And you're just going to play around with it a little bit until all the hair looks the way that you want it to look. And that's it. Like I said, this was really cute, simple, and romantic. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this look. And let me know what you guys think.